never been able to pull off polka dots, but you're working it.
Oh yeah?
I've never done it.
So this one took me a minute to get on board with because it's polka dots and stripes at the same time.
Oh, really?
Sounds
Yeah.
like it wouldn't look good, but somehow I pull it off. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah, you should be. That's great.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for being here today, McKay, to spend some time with us as our technology expert. Really appreciate you driving this and helping our people plug in. So one of the pieces of technology that I feel like is underutilized and not really plugged into and understood the value of is our websites that we offer to our agents. And I think this is really critical for our agents. I in no way think it's critical for our agents to also become real, web developers by any means and know how to write code, but they should at least know what the power is or the capacity is of the tools that are available to them. And that's one of the big advantages that we have in the market right now is where Keller Williams is investing $1 million a week in technology. It's nice because we don't have to become the tech experts. However, we have to understand it enough to know how to implement it into our business and what the power is behind it, because the whole point of technology is leverage. And if we have it set up correctly, it becomes leverage in our world where our message and our story is being told with less effort on our behalf. And right now, where we're in a market where when you connect with a client, even if it's a client that you've had before, more than likely they're getting more noise in the market than they've ever got before of other agents saying, hey, you should at least give me a chance. Hey, at least listen to my message, even if you've worked with McKay or whoever forever. And then this becomes critical for them to be able to go to your they will go to your website to better understand your message, what you offer. So it's really critical that you have a personalized website that's not just for the brand specific, but specific to your brand with your value proposition. And then a couple of really critical pieces on there that we'll talk about today. So McKay, I'm going to let you drive this conversation. Talk to us about walk us through the website, what the capacity is there, and any recommendations that you give to agents of what to do beyond just the normal place or website as it shows up.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen so that we're working on this website. Let's see if that works. Okay, you guys all seeing what I'm seeing?
Yep.
Kathy's face, some good knives.
Yeah.
All here. Okay, great. Just want to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, yeah, Marcus, you're totally right. I mean, you talked about how we have all of this technology, and I think some of the agents I talk to do feel this reticence to try and, start a website, go in there, feel like they have to code, know HTML and all that. But the beauty of the Playster website, I'm going to show you just a few of the things. The beauty of the Playster website is that it's really simple to make your own, to brand in 10 or 15 minutes. And then it stands apart from other websites. I can't tell you, I mean, just in my personal life, how crucial it is for somebody to have a good website. My wife and I were looking for a photographer, and anyone that had a terrible website, instantly we didn't even consider them. So yeah, I think you're totally right. It's crucial for people to have a good website. So yeah, I'm going to walk through. It is set up by Playster. It's going to be, you're going to find it here at your log into your MyKW, and then under technology, you hover there, and you can see right here, KW websites. So click on KW websites. Websites is a little misnomer right here. It's just the one website. It says your new website is ready. Go to my website. This is going to take you to the back end of your website. This is not what people are going to see. This is where you can make the changes. This is the admin page you'll see. So I'm logged in as Kathy. I'm not an agent myself, so I use Kathy's, and she's okay with this. We talk through it. So yeah, and again, if you have any questions, let me know as we go through this. It is really simple, but the nice thing is it's really powerful too. So there you can make a lot of changes if you want, but we're going to walk through the basic branding that you can do. First and foremost, come and check right here and make sure that everything in this box is totally accurate. This is going to pull up on every page of your website. And so right now, Kathy doesn't have a photo. You can see this kind of MC Escher-esque photo there. That's where we need to put in a photo. So all you would do is come here to click edit and just review all this information. Kathy's chosen to say that her tagline is a bold team leader. But you could be a bold real estate agent, you know, your local expert, anything that you want, you put as your tagline there. All of your branding should already be done. Our websites, or excuse me, your local market center will have its logo in there already. You have this that pulls up on a little page right here. You can see that's called a Favicon. Fun to know if you didn't know what that was. Make sure that your email and your phone are correct. And then right here, just make sure that you have a photo. Make sure that everything's uploaded, and it's really simple. You click upload file, and it's just going to pull right from your desktop, right from your computer, and you can put whatever you'd like in there. Is that simple enough?
Simple enough, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Again, little things, really, I mean, almost so simple that people forget to do it and don't even think about it. And then make sure you hit at the bottom save. Every page, make sure you hit save. So we'll save.
I think one of the important things here is to look at, just be asking yourself the question, because on every page of your website, that is the contact information that's going to be shown.
Yes.
So if you do not want the incoming calls to go to your office line, but you want them to go to your mobile phone, make sure that mobile phone is shown. Or if you have ISA that receives those calls and filters them for you, make sure that's the number there. So you just want to double check and say, hey, based on where the traffic I'm going to be driving here, is the contact information appropriate?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Another simple thing. I mean, it even walks you through this, so it almost feels a little silly for me to do it, but we're going to do it because it's, so the first thing you can see is IDX integration, integrate IDX. Basically what this means, if you're not familiar, it just means that people are able to search the MLS on your website. This is a huge value proposition. I feel like this gives them more credibility than even, you know, websites like Zillow that can sometimes be out of date. They're searching the idea or the MLS. You can see right here, we'll have already done all of this for you at the market center level, so there's no need for you to change anything. You can see there are almost 14,000 listings from the Wasatch Front MLS. But the cool thing, same as what you talked about last week with the app, is we have a KWLS IDX integration, Keller Williams listing systems, and there are nearly 185,000 listings across the nation that people can search on your website. So, you know, think big with this. This is not something that only is valuable for your friends and family in Utah, but this has value across the nation, people that are moving.
And one comment to make with this is if for a lot of agents I see going out and trying to build their own websites because they say they want their own branding, a better search capability, is just to pay for an additional IDX capability to link into your website. Generally, that's about, you know, anywhere from $30 to $60 a month in addition to the website, and it's already provided here on the website where people can access that. So it's silly to go out and start buying external technology when we have it internally for free.
Yeah, you've got at least $120 worth of IDX integration already built into your site without any work on your part. So really simple. Another thing that a lot of agents want to do is they want to customize their domain. This is really simple. Now, if you want it to, all of our Playster websites come with .kw.com. Hopefully you can still see what I'm seeing.
Yep.
They'll come with this URL. We won't go into the nitty gritty of why this is, but it's just basic domain rights. So right now, Kathy has her set as catmore.kw.com. If she wanted it to be Kathy Moore, we can sure do that. So all I did right here is I just hit edit, and then you come here and see if Kathy Moore is available. Check availability. It's not. I happen to know that the agent in Las Vegas has that. But if she wanted to be Kathy Moore Real Estate, .kw.com, that's open, and you can make that change anytime. Now, I wouldn't recommend changing it. I would, once you've set it up, pick something that you really like and brand that and stick to that till the end of your days. Stick that on every business card, every Facebook post that you do. Add it all there.
Yeah. One other comment with that is after you've chosen your domain name internally, if by chance you had, for example, my website for my team is greenvistagroup.com. And so if I wanted another domain name in addition, I could buy that domain name and then just redirect it back to the catmore.kw.com.
Correct.
So I could mark it a different name and just reroute it back to this if I wanted to.
Absolutely. So you talk about agents who do other sites because they want better branding. This is already built to be branded to you. You can see right here, add a custom domain. This is where you would do, you know, your Green Vista team, whatever you have done outside of it, maybe through a GoDaddy or some web creation. This is where you'd add it. You'd add your domain, and then both would pull. People could search catmore.kw.com or the Vista Group, and both would take them to the same website.
Awesome. Super simple.
Really easy. So just make sure that this information right here is correct. And if you have a custom domain you've paid for, make sure it's set in here. And that's it. That's really it for branding. Okay, so we're going to make sure we hit save. And by that, I mean, don't hit save because I don't want to make any saves. Okay. Really simple. Let's see if it pulls up. Okay, awesome. Now, right here, you can see this is already what we've gone through, ad branding, where it says personalize your site with logos and more. That's the same as coming here. So both of those will do that for you. And like I said, your local market centers information will already pull, but you can also add for your team, your logos, your headshot, and those will pull into the website as well. And they'll all be making sure that they're in line with the compliance, that everything will be legal, and it's just easy, really simple for you to do that. You don't have to worry about logo size or making sure that the font is right. It's really simple there. Any questions there?
No, super simple. And this is one of my favorite things is I really like the idea of you don't just have to have the KW logo. You can also have your personalized branding. That's one of my favorite things about KW is in the end, no one's ever going to choose to work with you because you are a KW agent. You're going to be a better agent because you're with KW. However, you are your own brand. So in the end, if you wanted to add an additional logo that said something about you or your team, in addition to that logo, you have the ability to do that.
Absolutely. And so this is just one of those things. When I meet with agents, I'll show them the live website, and it's great because they're impressed, they love it, they think it looks really good. But when you take the extra 10, 15 minutes just at the front, and this is not every week, this is just at the front to brand your website, to make everything up to date, and to feature your listings, it's going to make a world of difference. Even changing just the background color is going to make it different from 90% of most other agents who aren't doing those things, who just set it and forget it. So if your site is not yet launched, here you need to make sure you click launch and then make sure the site is viewable to others. If it's not launched yet, just click this button. That will launch it for you. And then people across the nation can search it. So right now I want to just briefly show you what this website looked like. So I came over here and I clicked View Live Site. This is taking you from your back end to the front end that other people will see. You can see right here, if we had added a photo, this is where it would be. Kathy would have her photo. Otherwise though, this is where it's got the email and the phone number for her. She's got her tagline. And you have right here your IDX integration where people can search the MLS for listings. Really a simple and beautiful website that's really well made, that allows for lead capture, that allows for searching the MLS. But what I want to pull on is right here, you can see right now Kathy's listings are impressive, I guess. These are $25 million listings. I don't know that this is what most of our agents are doing, but probably. Am I right, Marcus? Most of our agents are selling $25 million homes every year.
Yeah, every day.
Perfect. So this makes sense then. Don't change anything. No. But this is one of the little changes to make. Those are your featured listings. So they can search the whole MLS, but you want to be able to hone in what your work is. So we're going to come over here to edit site. We're going to change those featured listings.
Because generally the standard is it's just going to search the highest priced listings within your MLS.
Yeah, and it actually searches across the nation. So generally the basic one will have I think a $55 million listing in Texas that I've seen, because generally it features most expensive to least, and it pulls across the nation. So take a couple of minutes. Kathy has done a little bit on hers, and so you can see that hers already was sorted by county. So those were the most expensive listings in Salt Lake and Utah County. So I'll just show you how to add any criteria you want. You can have any number of criteria to make sure that those listings are really going to bring value to your clients. If you're working in the $300,000 to $400,000 range, make sure that you're not showing homes featured on your website that are 6 million, that people are going to be, blown out of the water.
Awesome. Yeah.
So right here, it's just, you're on your specified listings. You can see add search criteria. This is where you click and you can do area, building name, city. You have any number of options that you can narrow it down. What I want to do is just narrow down that price range for Kathy. You can pull just by your listings, which is really nice. For some of our newer agents, that's not appealing to them because they don't have listings. But I still say add it in there, because once you start to have listings, those are what are going to pull. And you'll be able to bring value and help strengthen your business. And again, this is something simple to do at the beginning, and then you're getting leads on your own listings.
So just to be clear, McKay, so if you click agent ID as one of the criteria, you and say you only had one listing because you're a newer agent, that doesn't limit you to the one property pulled up. It's going to pull that as a priority, and then it's going to stack the other criterias behind it.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. So put that on the top of what you want, and that should pull so that there are lots of featured listings. But the first one, the one that sits, with highest priority, will be yours. And as you get 2, 3, 4, then you start to fill the page. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. And that could be a selling point in your listing presentations as well. As you drive more traffic to your website, to say, hey, we get this X amount of visitors to our website, and one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to make your listing the featured listing today, so that it's going to be on the front page of every single visitor that comes to my website. So it's just another sales proposition or value proposition in your listing presentation.
Absolutely. So let me show, yeah, that's perfect. Let me show you briefly though how that works. I'm trying to find it. There we go, price. Again, just make sure you've honed in on your price. Kathy was set to, I think there was no limit. So we're just going to max out. We're going to hit add. So max price, we hit add, and then we're going to put, let's say 500,000, just as an example. Okay, so you'll see it's searching, and then it pulls up 3,000 listings that she's had set. We don't have to click any specific one. You can to feature a specific listing. If you want to click 593 North, you can feature that specifically. Otherwise, we hit save. And what we're going to do is we're going to come to Kathy's site, just reload it, and you'll see if it loads. You'll see here now we've maxed out at 500,000. Awesome. They're all in Salt Lake or Utah County, and we're maxed out at 500,000. Does that make sense?
Yep, super easy.
Yep, and you can have any number of search criteria here. Another thing that I really, just a simple thing to start on, and I've got to find it right here. A lot of what agents are interested in is lead capture. We have 2 basic options for our lead capture. And so you can see here, it's called passively capture leads or aggressively capture leads. You can hover over them and see the difference, but essentially what it means is visitors can view property details without having to log in if you pick passively capture lead. If you pick aggressively capture lead, they'll see little snippets, and if they want to see any more on your website, they've got to put their name, phone number, and web and email address so that you get that lead sent right to you. Does that make sense?
But just to be clear on that, just to make sure I understand correctly, the passive lead capture, they're never going to get a pop-up on their screen saying, hey, to view more properties, you need to log in. You have to, in that scenario, if you use that, they'll have to end up going to the contact or click on a property saying, hey, I am interested in this, for you to capture the lead. The aggressive lead capture, can you set the number of properties they can look at before they?
On this, you cannot. It is a one-time thing. If they want to view any properties, they have to log in first.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can really see the value of this. And in our day and age, it's very common to say, okay, like I understand I have to log in. I'm going to have an account. And the nice thing is then your clients can start to use your website as their own personal website and save searches. They find homes that they like, they can save them. And when they log in again, they're going to have those homes there. It brings value to them. It definitely brings value to you because you're getting lead captures for everyone that's walking through your site.
Cool.
Yeah. So just make sure that you've got that set. Otherwise, it's going to be set to passively lead capture. And I think most agents would prefer aggressively capture leads. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't say anything. Nope. Keep carrying on.
Beyond that, I just want to show you 2 more things, really simple things that are going to set you apart. Theme selection. This is setting the theme for your whole website. you can see we have 8 different options, basic templates, all really well made, all really professionally done. And you can go through and choose which one do I like best? What's my personal preference? The nice thing, okay, you say 8, that's really not going to set me apart. Each one has different color schemes that you can do as well. So you're upwards of 100 different website styles that you can have in the click, in 2 clicks. And like I said, most agents are leaving the red background with Madison theme. So take a couple minutes, set yourself apart, even just go green. I mean, I realize it's Keller Williams. We're all about the red, but you're the green, your Marcus green, go green. Yeah, make it happen, really lean into it. It'll change all your settings. So yeah, just come in here. You can have various colors, really simple, all really professionally done. So no need to fret over it. Just find which one looks best that you enjoy the most and set that. And then never worry about it again. Hit save. And then last thing, remember that slideshow we have here as we've got it pulling through. You can have up to 5 pictures. They can have little blurbs, taglines for them. You can set what those are. They're standard pictures that are really well done. But come here and hit slideshow. And then you can see some of the options they have. Otherwise, you can hit plus, and this is going to add a slideshow image. Name your slideshow image, upload it from your website. We're all really familiar with uploading photos, really simple. It's just like Facebook, and those will pull. And that helps to customize it, add your logo, add your picture, make it yours so people understand that you've put time into this website.
One of the things that I thought was really cool on one that you showed me the other day was like a backdrop of Salt Lake City. So it's just like so recognizable and looks custom. It looks like a custom website when someone's like, oh, this is specific to our local market. Or so if Salt Lake's your market or Ogden's your market, if you had something of Old Town, Main Street or something like that, it instantly is recognizable where anybody in the market would be like, oh, cool.
Yeah, so locally.
I really like the idea of that.
Yeah, really simple. So just take a couple minutes, upload those. I really like websites, especially for something like this where you're branding it to yourself. I like websites where I can see the person. An event that you did. This is where you can have kind of your own Facebook, your own pictures, and yeah, really simple. Hit save. I hit cancel, but hit save and you're good to go. Other than that, just know you have a lot of options, but 2 more that I want to hit on. Blogs. They will pull from Keller Williams, but you can add blog posts yourself. I'm having to find it though. Oh, pages up here. Yeah, blog posts. You can write your own. You can have your own blog. I think that really brings value. And then testimonials. Again, something that's really simple, but when you have this website, take 10 minutes, 20 minutes, have a couple of your clients who have had really great experiences with you and have them write a little testimonial. You can put it in here. You put the title, from Marcus Green. And then you can type this testimonial, have them, just copy and paste it from an email they sent you. And the nice thing is you can also hit right here, feature on your homepage. That way, little blurbs of testimonial are going to pop up on your homepage. So not only are people seeing the homes that you're working with and the strength you have as an agent, but they also see their friends and family who live near them saying, I love Marcus, I love the Vista team, and couldn't be more pleased with them.
Yeah, I think that's critical to add those in and be constantly updating those. So if you don't already have this built into your closeout procedure when you work with a client, is asking them for a testimonial, and even better, a video testimonial, I think is really critical. And then, McKay, you have the ability to post the video as a testimonial in here as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. Now you aren't able to do it to the homepage. Well, actually, I may be even incorrect in that, but yeah, you can see right here where there's normal formatting. Just come here and hit insert video, embed video, and this is where you can put the code to your video. Really simple to do if you have it on YouTube, even a private YouTube channel. Hit share. It'll give you a code to embed, and then you'll just post it here, and that's going to pull up. I don't know, to be honest, if you pull a featured listing, if it pulls the video. Haven't worked on that specifically, but it will be on your testimonials page, and I'll bet it does pull up a little what's called a thumbnail on your homepage.
Yeah, I'm certain it does. And then I think it's really critical to have both video testimonial and written testimonial, because you'll have clients that prefer some tend to lean one towards the other.
Absolutely.
So a lot of times what we'll do is we shoot a video testimonial of our clients. We'll go back and we'll write the testimonial based off of what they said, or just like if they, in a 30-second video, maybe they said one line that we loved, we'll go in and quote that line by Brandon P of, Tempe or whatever it is. So there's some opportunity to do both there.
Yeah. And to be, I think that's perfect. And to be honest, that's really all I think you need to do. There are a few other things you can do. You can pay to have extra Google Analytics where you get to see even further who's coming to your website. But in 20, 25 minutes, we've done everything that you need to do. You've got an IDX integration. You've got all your information correct. You add a couple testimonials, change your pictures, and make sure that your domain is right. And you've got a website that's really impressive and really brings value to your clients and helps you to tell your story. You don't have to worry about, what people are seeing. If they're going to your website, you've got your story out there with your clients to saying how great you are. So
yeah, can I make a couple comments along with this too, McKay? So a couple things on here too is just making sure that your social media is connected through. Those links are there. As you go through the social media networks there, that tab right there, you'll be able to choose all the different social networks that you use.
Yeah.
Only post to the ones or the thumbnails for the ones that you utilize. The other thing on the blog, and this may be more of a question too, McKay, on the blog posts, that from my opinion, you either need to lean on the KW blogs and let them come in, or get really committed to writing your own blogs. And just make sure that you're doing that frequently so that it becomes a relevant blog point for your people where you're talking specifically about your market. A great example of this would be like the quarterly market updates you come to, or shooting your own monthly market quick update of what's going on in the market, posting it to your blog, and then using that same link to go out and post on your social media, which is driving them back to your website. So you're getting some additional traffic on your website. Also for search engine optimization, which means when people go in and randomly search on a Google or Yahoo platform, the more original content that you're putting on your website and the frequency of that original content actually pushes you up in the search engine. So you can actually go in there and say, hey, if I'm going to post every single day, or have my virtual assistant post every single day original content, it pushes you up the line as a more relevant website for searching on those search engine platforms.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that, I would say lean into your own, and that doesn't have to be a commitment of even every day, but if you're writing original stuff, once a month, even every other week, a couple of paragraphs that brings value. You would do the same with a Facebook post. Stick that Facebook post about your quarter 1 update into a blog, and that really does help your SEO, your search engine optimization.
Yeah, and then if you go back to the main admin page there, and scroll down to the bottom, I know it's taking a lot of bandwidth for our video conference here.
Yeah, it's tough.
But if you scroll down to the bottom on this, it gives you several video resources, like that first one there. There's an agent who does blogs every single day, and she's going to walk through and say how she does it and how she's succeeding with that, how she's driving traffic. So there's some really cool videos here of saying, okay, well, how would I want to optimize this? One of the other things we had talked about last week briefly, as we talked about the KW app, is adding a tab on our page specific to our KW app. And then I showed you the KW video you could go shoot of you talking about the KW app. You could embed that on that tab and have one more layer of a value proposition. Remember, the whole point of getting someone to your website is to get them to take some sort of action, whether that's committing to want to search for property and using this as a place to find property, whether that's you offering something that they don't get somewhere else, like the KW app that they can link through and say, yes, I do want the value. Whether that's them, hey, I'm going to the blog post and I do want to follow this blog. Whatever, you want enough calls to action there that there's some kind of commitment to them, to you, in the form of saying, yes, I find value in this, and click, if that makes sense.
Yeah, really valuable.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I think that was a really good overview of how to do this. One last comment is, remember, as you join KW, we set a lot of this up front for you through our agent services coordinators in our office. Well, we'll go through and build out the main platform and then use this as a resource to say, okay, now how do I go put the cherry on top with a couple little refinements and a couple little tweaks and changes? Lean on your office staff, particularly your agent services coordinators. If you have questions to say, hey, I'd really love it to look like this, how do we do that? But you can see how easy it is to make this take it from a good tool to a really powerful tool in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, McKay, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate your expertise. Any last words you want to leave our people?
No, I think we've really hit it on the head.
Okay, awesome. Appreciate you guys being here. Make it a great week. If you have any questions or comments or things you want to talk about on the fundamentals moving forward, please let me know. Thanks for being here and make it a great day.
Thanks, Marcus.